Hello and welcome to a Handpicked Life YouTube channel, and in this session we're going to look at honouring grief, so embracing grief but also transforming into faith, so that those times when we're feeling overwhelmed with grief, we're unable to move forward, then it's important to really drop into what you're feeling, into the emotion, but also to know how to shift it through your body, because often emotions, and particularly heavy emotions, can get stagnant, can get stuck in the body. And there are ways that we can keep our energy flowing, so we're not running away from anything. We're really able to fully go through grief and to move through and to release it from the body. And having said that as well, grief, it's a part of us, it's part of our experiences. It forms our ability to have resilience, to be able to bounce back as well. So it's not always about moving away from something or getting something completely out of your system, but the transformation into that feeling of faith is really where the strength and power is. So my name's Leanne Campbell. I'm a life and wellbeing coach, and I specialise in somatic practices. I'm also co-creator of a Handpicked Life, and if you'd like more details of that, then check the link below. But right now, let's really tune into a session to help to create a feeling of lightness and ease, to inspire us to really use our emotions to move forward. Okay, so I'd just like you to take a moment, because one of the things that, especially with grief, is we tend to tense against it and want it out of the system. So there's that feeling that the resistance takes over more than the emotion. So as crazy as it sounds, the more you can just embrace this feeling right now and just be with it. So it might be that your belly feels tense, your heart feels heavy. Notice where you feel it in your body, and just drop into the feeling without trying to change anything. And it may be that you'll want to cry at this moment. You may want to make a sound. You might find that your breath goes a bit shorter, or you come up into the chest. And I really encourage you to drop into it, meet the grief. Let your belly soften. Let your sitting bones just go heavy. Soften the jaw. And just notice how letting go of that resistance already, there's a relief there, a sense of letting go of that resistance. Soften your belly, relax your jaw. And I really encourage you not so much to get involved in why you're feeling this now. Okay, because the thoughts come, the feelings then follow in the body. So right now, just notice how that feels in your body without any resistance. And as you breathe into it, just allow it to be. It's part of your healing process, just to honour what you're feeling. And knowing also that grief is also there because there has been beauty, there has been beautiful memories, beautiful feelings, beautiful associations. That's why that grief is there. So just honouring that feeling of loss. And then I'd just like you to make a 3-finger notch and just place the notch just on the top of the breastbone. We're just going to massage down the breastbone. Okay, and do this, put lots of love and tenderness into your fingertips and get to the top of the breastbone and just find a pressure that feels good but is firm, and then circle. So just circling on that point, and these are long lymphatic points, and lungs are really associated with grief. And as you're massaging now, so once you've done that, go to the adjacent spot, find that pressure that feels firm enough for you, and then go in. If you can go in really deep in this, go for it. And it may be that you're feeling quite a lot of congestion, and as you're massaging, you're allowing that to be released. So keep doing that. Go to the point below, keep massaging. So the lungs will hold grief. And as you breathe, you're choosing to make some space in your body, to connect with the wisdom of the organ. The other organ associated with grief is the large intestine, and we'll also address those points. So as you keep travelling down until you get to the end of the breastbone, and we're still in that space where there's no resistance, you're just feeling. Allow yourself to feel. If you want to cry, allow yourself to cry. And at the same time having this loving touch and sense of honouring your emotions. Okay. And when you get to the bottom of the rib cage, of the breastbone, just shake your hand out, and then you're going to come to the spaces between the ribs, and we're just going to massage down the space just off the breastbone. So just come to the side, come to that first space, press in and massage, and then go over the rib to the next space and massage. Keep breathing, keep the jaw relaxed. Notice where your mind is. And I'm just doing 5 or 6 circles on each space and then going to the next space. Travel down. So you're moving on just a little bit quicker, but this one we'll do twice. Okay, so once you get to the bottom, just going back to that space that was just off the breastbone, the first space there in between the ribs, and just circle and release, and let your breath keep flowing. Let your jaw be relaxed, let your heart be open, your belly soft. Just holding, acknowledging. Allowing yourself to feel. And if there's ever a point that you get too overwhelmed and you're feeling this is really too much for you, then that might be a time to work with a practitioner. So really honour yourself right now, and if this feels too much for you to do alone, that's a time to reach out and get some professional support. Okay, but if you're feeling upset and you can go with it, then just carry on. Okay, just shake that out, and then take the notch and do the other side. So just 6-7 circles and then down to the next space, and it's just at the side of the breastbone there. Okay, I just want to show you as well, if you do get to that point you feel overwhelmed, keep moving. If you're happy with this, you can just come to putting your thumbs underneath, just on the crease of the armpits, the hands underneath the armpits, and just breathe here and just bring yourself into a state of peace and calm just with your breath. So you can go to that whenever you need to. So just do 2 passes. Just notice where your mind is, and if you find yourself, maybe thoughts will flash in, that's fine, but just keep bringing yourself back to the feeling in your body, to the emotion, to the state of being this puts you in, and being with that grief. And also knowing that all things pass. Just knowing that, even if it doesn't feel like that right now. Keep the breath flowing easily. When you're breathing deeply and slowly, you're giving the body the okay signal. It's okay to be with this. Okay. When you finish that, just shake off the hands, and I'd like to place one hand over the heart center, or your heart, whatever feels right for you. So if the center here, the heart chakra, or just to the heart, and then the other hand, take it out to the side, and then imagine we've got the heart energy pathway that runs from the armpit and off the little finger. And as you point your fingers, I'd just like you to let any heaviness come into the hand that's over your heart. And we're going to do both sides, so whatever side feels right for you. Just let that heaviness come into the hand. And imagine just shifting any heartache, any energy that you'd like to be relieved from, just down the heart and off the little finger. So you can keep the hand still for now and just send that with your mind down and off the heart. Just breathing and just focus on any heartache, on the weight of it. Just on giving it permission to shift. And it might take a few times to do this exercise, but just that encouragement, just to lighten your load right now. And you can hold this for as long as you want to. And when you feel ready, just begin to shift that as well. So doing this physically now, shifting that energy. Let it be in the palm of your hand as you come, bringing your hand over to underneath the armpit. And you don't have to keep it out now. You can put your arm wherever feels comfortable, but slowly just shift down. And do this in a really loving way, so it's like you're taking the weight into the palm and allowing it to shift down your arm. Keep the breath flowing, keep the jaw relaxed, and find a pace that feels really good for you, but slowly. And then eventually you come off the finger. Release that and just give your little finger, which is related to the heart, a little twizzle. Okay. Just release that, and knowing that the points that you've massaged, the long points, are going to help you just to release, to let go. And then let's do the other side. So just take a moment just to let that palm connect with the heart center, or the heart, wherever you're feeling heaviness, sadness, heartache. And feel that going through the fingertips and all the way off the little finger. Just breathe. It's a lovely thing to do if you're lying in bed as well. Just bringing your arm out. Just let everything, any heartache, heaviness, just drain from your body. The armpit all the way down the inside of the arm, off the little finger. Keep the energy moving. And then when you're ready, you can physically move the hand way down, just slowly. It might be that there's places where you just want to stop and just really get that heaviness again, just encouraging that energy to travel with you as you go down the arm. You come off the little finger and then just give that a twizzle. Okay. And just noticing how you feel. Shake that off, take a breath. And then I'd like to show you another pathway that starts. This is the heart protector. And we're just releasing the heart protector in order for the heart to be able to heal and release. Now the heart protector runs from the outside of the nipple, it comes over the shoulder, down the inside of the arm, and then off the middle finger. Okay, so that's the pathway that runs. And what we want to do is do this backwards. So starting, because when we do it backwards, we're sedating, we're soothing. So coming way down. And this will help to relax the heart protector. So coming up the arm, over the bicep there, over the shoulder, to the outside of the nipple. And then from here, just tuck under and go down the heart again. And in a moment, I'd like to do this with a movement. So just make sure you're really familiar with it. You're coming off the little finger, find the middle finger, come up the flat palm of the hand, come up the middle of the inside of the arm, over the bicep, over the shoulder, just come to the outside of the nipple. Let's just do that one more time, then the flat of the hand. Okay, and the more you can use, once you know it, the flat of the palm, you're really helping to shift your energy with your palm. So coming all the way. It's nice to finish with the heart. So you're going down the heart and off. And let's just do that the other side. So just once more the right way, which it travels forward and off. And because in this instant we want to really soothe and relax, we're coming up the other way, up the inside of the arm. And as you're doing this, just bring in that intention to the outside of the nipple, and then we'll do the heart down off the finger. Bring your intention now. You're still with this. You're paying attention to it. You're giving it time and the attention that this emotion is looking for. You're nurturing yourself and honouring the situation. Okay. And we'll finish with the heart. So we come off the end of the finger. Okay, just shake that off. Okay, and we're just going to move it forward a little bit. So I'd like you to stand up, and just like to open out the large intestine, which runs, it's where the seam of your outside of your leg is, and take a 3-finger notch, and just from the hip to the knee there, the same thing that we did on the breastbone, you circle and then you go down to the next circle, and these can be quite tender. Large intestine is all about letting go. Okay, so you're just helping your body, just go a stage further, and your choices now is just to let go of the pain and heaviness that comes with grief. So you're going all the way down the centre, that seam in between those two big muscles. So you're still actually on the muscle, but in the groove. You're going all the way down, circling, and when you've done one side, you can do the other. Okay. Keep your breath flowing. Keep your heart open. Keep the jaw relaxed. Notice how you're feeling. Okay, shake that off. And then I'd like to do something called releasing the venom, where just unzip the front of your body all the way down from just the lower lip down to the pubic bone. And then you're just going to choose to, again, just release. So you're going to breathe in and then make a fist. And as you breathe out, and just do this a few times just for that sense of relief. And then just do one really slow, confident. Off. Okay. Shake that out. Take a breath. And then I'd like to go back to this down the heart and up from the middle finger. And if this feels nice, so once you get this feeling, take your hand across as you do the heart and then swing it out as you come up the heart protector backwards, okay? And if it feels good, you can just open the legs and then just take it into a nice swing. Okay, so legs wide, one way and the other. If this confuses you, just go back to just doing a few cycles. And this is something that really we want to get some movement in now and really let your spirit start to lift as you move one way and the other, moving your arm, breathing deeply. And when you've done one way, finish with the heart, and then you can change sides. So bring it across and out. Okay, I'll do it really slowly, and then when it feels nice and you can get if this starts to feel awkward, leave this. It's one of my favourite ones to do to lift my spirits, and you can do it just as well being still as well. Okay, so just a few more. And then from here, release that, finish with the heart, and then just do some figure of eights. Because remember, movement is always going to help you to shift an emotion through your body. Nice big figure of eights. Breathe. Okay. And then from here, just come back to sitting. Bring your hands to your heart for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. And you may want to repeat what we've just done a few times. But if you're feeling ready to move forward, just bring a sense of lightness into your body. And the best way to do that is gratitude. So bring in something that really makes your heart sing into this practice now. And it could be, only if the time is right, if this grief is over a particular situation or a person that actually brought you a lot of joy at one point, and if you're feeling ready, bring that in. You know, a beautiful memory, the feeling of a time, and if that's too much right now, just choose something else, bring into mind. It could bring a pet to mind, or a picture of a beautiful sunset, or just a time where you felt really content and at peace. Breathe that into your heart. And when you've got this feeling, keep building on it, keep allowing it to build in the body. And just gently come to holding your arms either side and just get a nice little rhythmic tap side to side. And have this sense of lightness and ease just spreading through your body, a feeling of gratitude. And then just to finish off, just want you to bring your tap into a still point, lift up your arms so your arms are like a cup. And there's a point here called heaven rushing in, and welcome more of that feeling of peace and ease and moving through this into your body. Just really fill yourself up. And you can stay here until you feel as full as you want to be filled. Always go back for more. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Breathe out, come. Hands on the heart. And then to finish off, we're going to zip up again. So from the pubic bone all the way up, we unzipped before we released before. So zip in this feeling. Just lock at the end, throw the key away. Just do that a few times. Okay, and just notice how you feel. Okay, so use this practice whenever you're feeling that, this is heavy, it's stuck. Use that to really shift through. And just notice right now feelings of faith, because those are the two ends of the spectrum that often in grief we feel that despair, there's no faith there, and bring in that sense of faith. And for you, it might be peace, it might be ease, a flow. So just really acknowledge that and take that deep into your center. So thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed the practice, then please give us a thumbs up. Please leave a comment, let me know how that's helped you, and please subscribe and feel free to share. And if you would like to know more about or do more on our Transforming Emotions series, then check out the link below and also the link to a Handpicked Life membership platform if you'd like to consider joining us. Thank you for joining me.